Hey everyone, welcome. I hope you're all well and happy and feeling amazing no matter where you are in the world. I'm sending you all many healing thoughts, positive vibrations and happy energy. Today I'll be channeling messages from your spirit guides and guardian angels, and it can apply to any area of your life. My name is Andrea and I help people transform feelings of hopelessness, helplessness and fear, and instead replace them with feelings of hopefulness, opportunity and freedom through a variety of healing modalities and offering a variety of perspectives. If you're new to Soul Embers, welcome. I hope you find something within this reading today helpful, and to all returning viewers and subscribers, thank you for your continued support and the beautiful energy you bring to Soul Embers. I appreciate you. So let's get started, guys. So what have we got here? We've got deck numbered 7, deck numbered 2 and deck numbered 5, and on top of the deck numbered 7 we have the green aventurine. And you know, this is the stone of good luck. It is the stone of wealth and in general inviting abundance, and that could apply to any area of your life really. That element of becoming the attracting energy and receiving that type of abundance that you're looking for. It has a very soothing type of energy behind it as well, and it often helps through unresolved emotional issues. So if you are resonating with that message and just the qualities of the green aventurine, then this would be your deck. Deck number 2, we've got the Carnelian, and the Carnelian is a very stimulating and empowering stone, right? It is almost like it has this warmth. It encourages warmth, it brings joy, and it often has the ability to allow that joy to linger. That's the best way I can describe it. Very empowering. It is the kind of stone that you want, to have on you if you're seeking for motivation and you need endurance and courage to make certain choices in your life that allow you to take the lead and take control. So very powerful stone. And then pile number 5, or deck number 5 we've got here, is the Citrine, and it's a powerful cleanser and regenerator. One of those crystals that never needs cleansing, actually, they say. And unlike the other two, this one is quite cool to the touch for me at the moment. It's really interesting. It's very cool to the touch. So if there is something going on in your life and you feel that you have kind of iced over, you've gone numb to certain things, this deck may be the one for you. A citrine absorbs and transmutes and dissipates and grounds any negative energy, and it's also known as the stone of abundance as well, right? As well as aventurine, or I should say, just as aventurine does, it also has manifesting properties, prosperity, and success in all facets of life. Yeah, so the actual chakra that's associated with this particular stone would be the Sacral Chakra. And that is our, body center for pleasure and creativity. So if you're finding that you're numb to certain things, and you're finding it difficult to find pleasure and joy in just the everyday stuff in life, maybe this is your pile here. All right, guys, I'm going to give you a moment to decide, if you haven't already decided, which is your deck. And I'll be starting off with deck number 7. And yeah. Deck number 7. Okay, let's have a look and see. So first of all, let's have a look at the actual number 7 that we've got here. And, this is the number 7 is linked to spiritual and internal development and wisdom. When I look at the number 7, I often think of the hermit. You know, when you go within, or I often think of the hanged man, where you go within and you surrender and you explore and look for answers and search for answers within yourself, and surrender yourself to the process of, you know, how long you surrender yourself to divine timing and remove any I guess pressure for your timing on when you want certain things to be done, etc. So that's what it reminds me of. It's often linked to communication, but I would call it internal dialogue. And through this process, you know, you identify, I guess, some core issues that need to be worked through. And it often is linked to luck and manifestation and good fortune through that connection to your higher self, and you know, connection, making that cosmic connection to source, I should say. It's about increasing spiritual awareness. Maybe you are about to embark on, or have already embarked on, a spiritual awakening, you know, and spiritual enlightenment. It could also mean that you are feeling extremely lost and confused and unable to make a choice at this time, and feeling that you're lacking a lot of clarity. You may be feeling very vulnerable. You may even be feeling numb to a degree. And it is a warning that it's time to reconnect with yourself, to ground your energy, reconnect with spirit, and find what really matters to you. You know, recalibrate your inner compass so you can set course, okay? The day-to-day mundane life often puts us in those types of positions where, you know, we just get caught up, time passes, and all of a sudden we don't even know which direction we're going in anymore, and when did it become so hard. So maybe it's time to explore going within. Okay, so first of all, I've also pulled the number 7 here from the Divine Guidance deck that I have, and what a beautiful, beautiful card. You know, everything that you want exists within you. All you need to do is tap into your heart space and see what inspires creativity within you. What inspires you to take action with a really, I guess, inspires you to take action in a really positive way, where you are feeling excited about the next step you're going to take. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting from this card. There is this need to really go within and seek to find what is it that you are curious about. Whatever is causing you curiosity, there is an element of needing to further educate yourself in that area. And if you're finding that you are becoming lost in that process and you're enjoying and you want to know more, follow that, because what it's doing is it's taking you down a path that is allowing you to step into a different frequency. It's allowing you to level up. It's allowing you to go through the process of cleansing, clearing out from past experiences and, you know, past cycles, past relationships, and really just take what you need into the next cycle and close out what you don't. I feel like it's time to clean things up, and it starts from the inside and you work your way out into your environment. And I literally, you know, if you're feeling confused and cluttered and you know, in the head you feel a little bit all over the place, that's what this process looks like. It looks like putting order in everything and just taking all the hard rubbish out, packing up things that have a sentimental value to you, that are happy memories, and boxing them up and putting them away in storage, and then only keeping out what you need for the day-to-day to get you to where you need to go moving forward. So that's the type of energy that I'm getting. But let's read the definition from the book and let's see what the book has to say. So number 7, heart mind. Learning to operate from the heart is one of the single most important things we can do. It is now time to activate your heart chakra to its fullest potential. Spirit is asking that you take time to sit within the energy of your heart. Learn to breathe through your heart while you meditate by focusing your breath in your heart. Feeling the loving energy you inhale and allow it to fill you. Let each exhale also be love filled, and feel this love filling the space around you. Through this daily exercise, you become one with your heart mind, operating fully from a place of love. So now this is interesting. I feel that your spirit, what your spirit guides are trying to communicate is the first step to really working through any confusion that you might be facing, any conflict that you might be facing about what is really important and what's right for you. There may be conflicting values or morals here, yet there are other more complex issues involved when it comes to certain circumstances. For example, if it's family and you know that this family member is toxic, and this is just an example, you know this family member is toxic, you still need to, you're still mindful that, you know, if you were to withdraw your energy and shut them out completely, it might really affect family dynamics and those around you. But at the same time, you don't want to enable certain behavior, and you don't want to be a part of their life because you don't agree with the way they, you know, uphold their own values and morals. You just don't align. So this is about you coming to a decision that will allow you to stand true to what's right for you, embrace your future without being tied down by, you know, other people's energy attachments, or any energy anchors. So being able to really shake them off and work into the future with by making clear choices about what's right for you and communicating them, because remember the number 7 is all about this inner dialogue, communicating them first with yourself and then being able to communicate them in a way to others that is respectful. But we can't do that until we're clear, I guess, on what it is that we want to do, which direction we're going in. So I'm going to hold this up for you. I'm going to hold this card up for you guys. Feel free to take a screenshot of that. And the best way to start clearing through all of that and making those choices when you go within is really breathing that, doing the breath work and creating space, breathing space into your heart space and allowing that space to be filled with things that make you feel passionate, that you really believe in, your standards, the things that you identify with, you really identify with, and the direction you identify with. And slowly, the pieces will fall as they need to, and you'll be able to see things clearer in relation to any challenging circumstances you might be facing right now. Okay, so let's draw out a card now. Let's see what the angels have to say. Happiness is not far, guys. You know, at this time, I feel that it's time for healing. It's time to have a look at, you know, what your physical manifestations are, any physical ailments, whether it's muscular, skeletal, whether it's got to do with certain organs, emotional and mental. Have a look at what the physical manifestations are and what you're experiencing right now and how they link to your emotions. You know, what's the metaphysical meaning behind this symptom? And you can look that up, and there's plenty of stuff online that will tell you, you know, for example, if you've constantly got a sore lower back, what's that, what's the metaphysical meaning of that? What does that mean? What are you carrying emotionally? And what do you need to work through? And then you can most likely link that to certain circumstances in your life that are obviously causing a lot of dis-ease within you. Okay, and you've got angel here, Habu here, God, the kindest giver. Okay, and with him he brings healing. He is one that preserves health and cures diseases. So there is a very, very big focus here on your well-being, on your emotional happiness, and making sacrifices even if others around you are not entirely supportive of the decisions you make, to put yourself in a position that ensures that you are properly protected. And when I say protected, I mean your emotional well-being, your mental well-being, and your physical well-being, because they're all interlinked and intertwined. And the way we do that is by really looking within ourselves to find those, you know, those making those challenging decisions and those sacrifices that we need to make, that may hurt others but are in our best interest, and doing it in a way where we can still maintain our integrity and dignity and, you know, really have our good karma. We don't want to do it in a way where we're being hurtful and it's at someone else's cost, right? So that's the type of message I'm getting. And what I'm feeling now, because I'm really starting to channel now, but what I'm feeling is that, you know, that we have someone here, the group of you that I'm connecting with are caregivers, basically, always looking, the peacemakers, and always looking to not create too much of a fuss. And there is a need for self-expression, because I feel that you haven't been expressing your emotions, you haven't been expressing your feelings, you haven't been able to be authentically yourself for quite some time. And as a result, you've become lost in that. And when you think about who you truly are, you're finding it hard to identify who you truly are without saying things like, well, I'm the mother of these children, or, you know, I'm the wife of this person, or I take care of my mum who's ill. That's a type of energy that I'm getting. So you define yourself by your acts of service to others, and yet all that focus has gone on to others, and it's depleted you in such a way where you've really put what's your health in every aspect, holistically, everything, on hold for quite some time. And, you know, you may be feeling really lost right now. And Angel Habu here wants you to know that, you know what, I'm here, I'm protecting you, I will preserve your health, I will help you heal, and if we do the work, we'll be able to, you know, restore. All right. And you know what? The cards are speaking so loudly to me right now, guys. I mean, the Emperor is the King of Kings. This is about taking control and setting those boundaries that are needed. I want one more. Thank you. Thank you. Making those choices. That's right. What really matters? What really matters, guys? Making those choices. Take the time to go within and practice that breath work on your heart on that breath work that we were talking about, and creating space, breathing space into your heart space as you listen to maybe heart chakra frequency music, and thinking about what needs to be cleared out, what really matters to you, what inspires you, what motivates you, what will bring you happiness and joy and make you want to get out of bed in the morning, not for anyone else but for you, so you can recenter and recalibrate and slowly make those choices that are needed, so that you can basically put certain boundaries around your environment, or in your environment, for circumstances that may be causing you to get off your path, right? So that's what the Emperor is about. And you know, he's in complete control. You have all this power within you. It's really time to, if you want to create change, you know, he is the epitome basically of the male principle. Taking responsibility, you know, owning your power and ambition. And so it seems that for quite some time, maybe you don't feel that you're able to, maybe it feels way too out of your reach, what you want to accomplish, and you've kind of put your needs aside. And Spirit and your guardian angels and your spirit guides are saying it's time to take control. We know it's going to cause a lot of internal and external conflict, but you can stand your ground because you have that power within you. You really do, guys. Have faith and have hope. You are protected. But all that needs to happen is those choices need to be made, because the longer you put off making those choices, the less confident you'll feel. And the more and the further away you will go from that calling that you're currently feeling. And that calling could be something like a total state of discomfort. I don't like the way I'm feeling. This isn't what I want to be feeling. Why do I feel so sad all the time? Why don't I feel connected to anyone anymore? Why can't I take action? Why do I feel suffocated by my circumstances? Nothing's changed. Why am I so frustrated? That's what it could look like. All right, guys, I hope you found that helpful. Please do comment below. I love reading your comments. Hopefully there was something within here today that you can apply to your life and you can see a positive shift. Have a fantastic week. Bye. So for those of you that selected the number 2, so let's have a look. First of all, let's talk about the number 2. Inner and outer duality. You know, number 2 is all about choices, being in alignment with our headspace and our mental space and our masculine and our feminine. And often, you know, the two can be at odds. We might be feeling conflicted. You might be needing to make a choice and it's proving to be quite challenging. And in fact, that the number 7 also had a very similar type of feeling and theme to it as well. There is a lot of strength and power and behind these choices, and it requires a sense of honesty, whether it be about ourselves, and then once we're able to face the reality and be honest about what we truly want, then we're able to communicate those in a very powerful way. And the reason why they are powerful and impactful is because it is something you truly believe in. You are, you know, you've made that decision and you're vibrating this decisiveness that is very strong and powerful. And it's also, you know, about those masculine and feminine energies and knowing when you need to apply the energy of the masculine and pursue and take charge, just to name one of those traits, and the feminine of when it's time to really draw your energy back and drop it into your body and allow yourself to receive. So there is that reciprocation of energy between you and the universe, and as a result between you and your environment and the people around you. So you can claim that abundance and you can really receive whatever it is trying to manifest. You know, when we talk about the law of attraction, we talk about all you need to do is set your intentions and, you know, things just fall into your lap, or they seem so much easier, I should say. But there is an element of intention, and there are certain things you need to do to allow that to take place. And that it's knowing that, it's knowing what that is, finding that golden mean between the two. It requires a lot of trust and faith within yourself and belief within your own values and your standards, and that you're truly worthy of certain things to find that golden mean. The message I'm getting for you guys, those of you that have selected this number, is that this is a time where you're being encouraged to trust yourself and to trust others. And if you're seeing multiples of the number 2 right now, you may, you know, like I said, you may have to make a choice between two ideas, places, people that are extremely important to you, and so it is proving to be quite challenging as a result. It's not an obvious or easy decision, and they are what really does help you to grow spiritually and level up and really, really embrace who you truly are and move in a direction on your path for your purpose, right? So let's have a look and see. First of all, I've also pulled out the number 2 from my Divine Guidance deck. And how beautiful is that? A star. What else can I say? This is about that internal dialogue. Immediately, that's what I get from this. That internal dialogue, the throat chakra comes to mind, and the third eye comes to mind as well. So reaching those higher frequencies, that internal dialogue, taking the time, again, we talk about duality, taking the time to listen to what, listen to your thoughts, pay attention to the dialogue and what you're telling yourself about yourself, being realistic and honest, and not beating yourself up about things, and seeing how you feel about what your thoughts are telling you. So allowing your head space and your heart space and your emotional space to kind of come to a, let's say, an agreement, a compromise. And it's almost like the different aspects of yourself having a conversation around the table and having to come to a compromise regarding safety, security, regarding matters of the heart, all of it. It's almost like an agreement or a contract that you need to draw up for yourself between the different aspects of yourself to reach that compromise. That's the kind of energy that I'm feeling. So yeah, that internal dialogue and being really honest about the truth of the situation and what's real and what isn't, what you're perceiving, what your mind is imagining, and as a result, you're starting to live that reality because that's what you are, you know, that's what you're telling yourself, and your body is responding with those thoughts. So our body responds to those thoughts. Our body thinks that those things that we're telling ourselves are real, and so, you know, our hormonal system, our adrenal system reacts in the way that our brain tells it to react. Our nervous system, all of that stuff. And then the third eye is, in order to really understand what matters and what's true, really opening yourself up to your higher self, to that inner knowing, so that you can make the decisions that are best for you and come to this compromise within yourself, so you can make what might be a difficult decision right now. So let's read the definition from the book. illuminate. You are a shining star. Yes, you are. In truth, you were born to illuminate the world with your light. The time has come to get out of your own way and allow yourself to be all of who you are meant to be. Remember, it is only the thoughts in your mind that hold you back, and it takes a lot more energy to hold yourself closed than it does to let yourself flow open. This card is asking that you allow yourself to take up space, to open yourself up and illuminate this world. Oh my gosh, boom baby, I've got goosebumps. Okay, let the floodgates open. I feel that you're suppressing something. I feel that what you're finding difficult to make a decision about is because you are deeply invested in one way or another, and you've put a lot of effort into something, and now it comes a time where you may have realized that you're not able to really expand and grow in the direction that you imagine yourself going. And it's time to make a choice on what feels good right now and what feels right. And when you think about going in the opposite direction of what you've been trying to manifest, you feel a sense of emptiness. It's something you don't want to give up. Let yourself shine. Speak honestly about what you're feeling. Earlier on I said there's a lot of power and strength behind making those decisions when they come from our heart and our soul and our spirit, and we know that they're true to our path and our purpose. And those that understand you and want to support you and be in your life will feel the power behind what you're saying. And they will feel, not see or hear, they will feel through your vibration how important this is to you. And they will choose to either stay and either go. And you may be fearing that they would choose to go. Don't hold yourself back. Okay, guys, that's the message I have from your spirit guides. Why am I putting that away? I'll pop that over there, and now I'll draw an angel message for you. All right. What do the angels have to say to group number 2? What do the angels have to say to group number 2? Too many, way too many. Okay, we've got one. Oh my gosh, did you not see me just shuffle that deck? The same card fell out for number 7. And like I said, I'm getting a similar vibe about choice. So if you'd like to also check out the reading I just did for number 7, you might find something within that helpful. Because what we've got here is Angel Habuhia. This is a time to really think about doing what's right for you and looking at what brings you warmth, what brings you happiness, what brings you joy. Earlier on, I think for pile number 2, I selected, was it this Citrine? I think it might have been Citrine. No, that's number 5. No, it was this one, wasn't it? So, Angel Habuhia is here to help preserve your health and keep you vital and assist you in healing. So maybe this choice, and I'll hold the card up for you, and it's not focusing. Let me focus that. There we go. Okay, so maybe this is surrounding an event that's taken place. I feel that trust has been broken. And, I often think to myself, we say, how do we rebuild trust? I don't know if you can pick up a relationship, a friendship, or anything to do where trust has been broken, pick it up from where it was and try and reestablish what you had. I think we need to let it form a new identity based on what we now know, because what we knew before is no longer true. We have a different understanding of that person, of that situation. And so maybe this is a time for you to think about whether you are trying to heal something and it's causing you a lot of conflict. It's not particularly supporting your well-being. You're trying to heal it. There's a lot of resistance involving healing it, and a lot of it's going against what feels right for you, basically, and trying to restore it. So maybe the perspective here is, instead of trying to heal it, if you still want to preserve it, then think about how you can build a new relationship, or a new let this form its own entity, its own identity, based on the information you now have and what you now know. How will you go into this knowing what you now know? Different boundaries need to be put in place, potentially. That's the message I'm getting. And Angel Habu here is here to help you through that healing process, to let go of things that you may be holding on to that will not serve you as you move forward on your journey. And so you need to forgive yourself so that you're able to let this go, and you're not holding on to resentment, because resentment will just hold you back if that's something you might be experiencing. Not holding on to pain or injustice, because that might be something you're experiencing as well. Feelings of a lack of self-worth, and where it's really taken a toll on your confidence, because they're all aligning with the message that I got for this stone here. The properties that this really helps enhance, this stone. So that confidence, that taking charge, and a real stimulating type of stone, it may have really affected those areas. So yeah, take that time to think about the perspective that you currently have on this situation, and how you can allow it to form a new identity with what you now know. And if it's something that it can continue to be preserved, it can be preserved, because it may not be. And this is where the challenge might lie. All right, guys, I'm going to pull out a couple of tarot for you. If this reading resonates, guys, and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading or a coaching session or anything like that on how you can work through these emotions and find the clarity as you work through this space, so you can make the choices that feel best for you in relation to your own standards, protecting your own energy as well, I'd love to do reading for you, so reach out. All right. And we have our 3 cards. And what have we got here? Oh my gosh, double confirmation. I love this. I love this. Very, very powerful reading. This card here, Angel, not Archangel, Habu here. And I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah, I don't know. So please be gentle with me if I'm not. It corresponds to the 9 of Cups in a traditional tarot deck. What we've pulled out here is the 9 of Cups. Guys, the message is really clear. Don't hold yourself back. Go with that feeling. There is an explosiveness behind this. There is a huge, huge explosiveness behind this. Oops, sorry. Just give me 1 second. Sorry, everything's falling over. Okay, this is about go with what is bringing you that rush of joy. Okay, go with what is stimulating and empowering you. You know what is causing your blood to really start to pump through those veins. You know what that is when you think about it. Go with that. It's about that endurance. It's about that leadership, taking control, having the courage. It's not time. Now it's time to embrace that masculine energy that we were talking about of pursuit. And allowing that energy to fill you with its heat, because there is, a lot of warmth and heat. It's a very fiery type of energy. Allowing that to fill you and warm every corner of your heart and your soul and your body, and let that guide you. It will help you transmute. It will help you heal, and let go of whatever it is that you are holding on to. Because there's something here that you're holding on to. And I feel that there is sadness behind the resentment. There is sadness behind the injustice. There's a lot of sadness there. That's what at the core of this is, because of the effort that you may have put in. But you are a star. Don't you forget that. And allow it to explode. Allow that warmth and joy to explode. And take that control that you need to take. And with, clarity and drive and force, move forward. And there is cause to celebrate. If you choose to make the choice that feels invigorating, that fills you with love and joy and passion and warmth, there is a positive outcome. I hope you guys found that helpful. I hope it's given you some clarity and allowed you to really think about which direction you would like to go in based on what you're currently feeling, if you were feeling conflicted. And please do comment below. I love reading your comments, and I do read all of them. And they do help me connect with your energy, and I use that energy to channel your future messages. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you for your next lot of readings. Bye. Okay, pile number 5, or deck number 5, I should say. And what I'll do is I'll start off by let's just talk about number 5, okay? So number 5 is often associated with challenges that lie ahead. But it is also a very highly versatile number as well. There is, depending on your perspective, challenges can be associated with making decisions about the unknown, right? So I often think when it's unknown, it feels more like an adventure. And you may not know what choices to make. You may not have all the answers, and there may be trial and error. But through that trial and error, you do figure out more and more about what you like and what you dislike. What direction feels good and what direction doesn't feel so good. It really helps you know how much you've grown, and it really helps you see which areas of yourself you would like to further cultivate as you transition through cycles. So when generally my approach to number 5 is that it is a state of discomfort for an extended period of time. And if you're seeing multiple numbers, like multiple triple fives or double 5, or 4 5s in a row, let's say, it's about really getting ready to embrace change in your search for your truth and authenticity. Okay, so it's about that journey, and it's only when we allow ourselves to walk that path, that we can uncover those things. It's not something that we can uncover by looking within only. It's about that process of taking the steps, experiencing life, experiencing it in our life, within our environment, and then taking time to reflect on where we sit with what we've experienced and looking within to see what decision feels best for us. It's one of those things where, you know, you kind of feel like you're walking blindly, but you can see. That's the type of energy that I'm getting for you for this. It is, the opportunities when it comes to number 5 are really extraordinary. You know, when, and we often feel challenged by number 5, or we feel that when we're in those challenges we don't have choice, but in actual fact what is happening is that opportunity is so vast, and we're so used to a repeating pattern or behavior, or we're so used to doing things, we've wired our brains in a way where we do things in a particular way that make us feel safe and comfortable. And when we're in the vibration of number 5, we actually have the opportunity to rewire and form a new pattern and form a new behavior based on the choices that we make. Okay, so it's a matter of perception. The message that I'm getting for you is that you're being guided to follow your intuition more closely. Like I said, experience, take the time to look within and, you know, connect with your higher self, and then see which way you're being guided to go. All right, now another message that I'm getting for you, they're starting to come in now. Another message that I'm getting for you is there is this element of freedom that's associated with the outcome. So at this time, if you're feeling challenged and you're feeling there's a lot of resistance and there's a lot of blocks and there are a lot of delays in certain areas, it's getting you ready and pushing you in a way that allows you to make the choices that will let you set yourself free in the end. Okay, providing that you follow what feels right and what is right for you based on your intuition. Okay, and I've also drawn the card number 5 for you from the Divine Guidance deck that I have. And what can I say? This is about, it's almost like a mirror to me. That's what it feels like. It feels that your environment is a mirror of your internal state. And, you know, we often say that, but that's a type of energy that I'm getting. And there is power, and there is, you know, you have the power, you have the ambition, you have the good judgment that you need to have to make the choice that is in your best interest, that you are feeling conflicted by right now. There is a lot of, you're actually, I feel that those of you that have selected the number 5 have a lot of wisdom. And you've been through a few cycles and you've experienced injustice. It's not something that is new to you. And you know what you need to do to discipline yourself when it comes to these situations, or the situation that you're conflicted by or you feel challenged by, to restore justice in your life. That's the message. Your spirit guides just want you to know that you have that power and you know what you need to do. You have the wisdom behind you. All right, let's read the definition from the book. Alignment. This is the beginning of a very powerful shift, both spiritually and energetically. This is a complete connection and alignment of your higher self and physical self. You know how I was saying before, I love it when this happens. You know how I was saying before, this is a time where you need to actually experience and walk that path so you can learn what feels right and what doesn't, and then take the time to go within and really look at whether it aligns with your journey, which way you're being directed. That's the message I'm getting from this. This is a complete connection and alignment of your higher self and physical self. Sometimes this alignment can cause chaos and confusion, but there is no need to worry or feel alarmed with what is happening in your life right now. Everything is moving in perfect order as your spiritual and physical selves align into perfect balance. Once complete, your daily life will be more in harmony with your spiritual path. I love this, guys, and I'll tell you why I love this, because I was saying before, you might be feeling frustrated by certain delays, you might be feeling frustrated by the blocks, all that kind of stuff, but this is necessary so that you can come into alignment. Otherwise, it's going to throw you off balance, and you already know, and you're wise enough to balance out those scales, justice's scales, right? But you need to be in alignment when you do that, so that you can take this powerful, you can actually transition through this powerful shift. Very, very beautiful. I love this for you. I'm going to hold the card up for you, and your spirit guides want you to know that everything is frustrating, yes, challenging, yes. It is in your best interest though, and everything is how it should be. Feel free to take a screenshot of that if you like, and you can meditate on that energy if that's something you resonate with and you would like to do. And see what feelings and thoughts come up within you when you look at the colors, when you look at the shapes. Write them down and explore those feelings, you know, allow those feelings to expand within you, and then try and work through how they make you feel and what direction they're taking you in intuitively. Okay, so let's pull out a message from your guardian angels. And let's have a look and see, what message do they have for you? There's just too many, guys. Just one card. Do we have one card? Just one card. Guardian angel. My beautiful number 5. Just one card. There it is. Okay, let's have a look and see. Oh my gosh. You've pulled justice. We were just talking about justice. Like, I've almost got the goosebumps right now. And I was just saying the scales of justice. Wow. So, you've got Angel Carnelian, the invocable god. And in the traditional tarot, like I said, it corresponds with the Justice card. And I'll hold this up for you so that you can see. It's not focusing. There we go. And, you know, this is about Carnelian makes truth known and causes innocence to prevail, or truth to prevail, you know, from a genuine place, from a place of integrity and a place of honesty and what's right. And I feel that you have her protection as you go about making these decisions and these choices during this challenging time. There is also this feeling that I'm getting of, you know, it's potentially going to serve you well if you are able to see things from a different vantage point, like a bird's eye view, so that you can make objective decisions and try to see things for what the evidence, let's say, that you have in front of you. Wow, guys. Very, very strong message. Very strong message. Everything is as it should be, and justice will prevail. So for whatever reason there's been any injustice caused here, and you're feeling really conflicted, and you're feeling that there are a lot of delays, and you're feeling that, you know, you're feeling really challenged by the pace this is going at. Everything is happening in divine timing and in your greatest good. Have faith in this process. Definitely have faith in this process. Too many cards fell. And you know, nothing for me, nothing is a coincidence. But just before I needed to pause because my camera overheated. And now all of a sudden, out of the blue, my battery was fine. Now it's flashing. So I'm going to have to pause so I can change the battery pack. And it just seems like there's one obstacle after another in getting this particular reading out. So, and one more card. I want one more card. Yeah. You know, everything might feel like it's falling apart. You know, you are definitely having to dig deep and find that hope and faith to keep pushing through. You know, you're wondering, is all the effort that I have put in worth it? Is those seeds that I planted and I've nurtured throughout the seasons, are they going to, you know, turn into or grow into whatever it is that I've imagined? Am I on the right path? Are you questioning yourself all of a sudden? You know, you may have felt very, very driven in the past. You may have felt very positive. You may have felt really, really just decisive about the direction certain things were going in your life. And all of a sudden the rug's been pulled from under your feet and everything seems to be coming tumbling down. You know, and it's not the outcome that you were expecting from the situation. And the positive thing is, if you find that strength and you can draw on that faith through that time of reflection, through this time of transition where everything seems like chaos, right? This is chaos. This is, I'm tearing everything down. Everything that you've known is going to come crumbling down because this is not how it should be. And we need to start rebuilding. We need a new vantage. We need a new direction. Okay, so I'm going to read the definition from the book one more time because I feel that there's a message here that we need to reiterate. Sometimes this alignment can cause chaos and confusion, but there is no need to worry or feel alarmed. Guys, you are being protected. You know, you are being protected by Angel Khalil, or Khalil. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Please be gentle with me if I'm not. Okay, you are being prevented and justice will prevail. Everything is moving in the perfect order as your spiritual and physical selves align. This is about you coming into alignment. This was on an uneven surface. Let's imagine it that way. Whatever foundation built this tower was built on an uneven surface, causing a portion of it, let's say, to come tumbling down. And we just need to restructure, realign. And while everything might feel all over the place right now, you will see, generally the Seven of Pentacles for me means that this person is going to keep moving forward. They will pursue, they will persevere, they will remain hopeful, right? And they will persevere, and you will free yourself, completely free yourself. For me as a reader, this is the most beautiful card to pull on, the luckiest card of the deck for me. I just feel that it is a great awakening to who you truly are and what really matters, and you will feel so confident and you will feel so empowered with the decision that you make once this transition is over and once this powerful shift is over. You will realize that in some areas maybe you were too trusting. Maybe you felt that there was a certain naivety to you, and potentially, you know, there was an innocence to you, and now you know better. And with that information, there is a wisdom surrounding you. Like I said, very, very beautiful and powerful reading, guys. I hope you found that helpful. Please do comment below. I'd love to see if, let me know, did you find this gave you some clarity? It offered you some inspiration or offered you some confirmation? I'd love to read your comment and see what your thoughts are on that. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you for your next lot of readings, guys. Bye.